All right, we're back here on Study Ball with part 3 of the Tua Tagovailoa tape, and what we saw good, what we saw bad, what the Miami Dolphins fan base can get excited about, and what Tua and company need to build on moving forward. So we talked about the chunk throws at the end of the last video, how he needs to get better at the chunk throws. We saw moments where he did a really good job with this. Just to me, if you're going to be great in this league, you've got to always be aggressive. You got to always look to make that big play. Even if it leads to a couple mistakes, it puts pressure on the defense. So a lot of people saying, oh, he was just a game manager, could only take the throws underneath. Well, that's not true, and I'm going to show you right here. Really well done. We're going to have a little move inside, double inside, and then we've got the little skinny post from our tight end. So we're going to read this defender right here. We get a little hesitation right there with split safeties, nobody back there. Boom, hit that big play on the second level. See it right here. Good decision. Gets the movement by the linebacker, ball's out of his hands, splits the defenders here. Great catch there by the tight end. But you see the decision making and the ability to make that second level throw with that timing that we saw from him in college. He just needs to do this a little bit more. Here's another one. We're going to have a go route on the outside. A receiver doesn't do a great job because he goes inside, should go outside. We're going to run a corner route here and a flat there. So we're hoping to clear out this corner with the go route, and then our read comes off of this guy right here. As I said, bad release by the receiver, who goes inside, which squeezes all this down, but allows the corner's eyes to come back to receiver number 2. But Tua recognizes that it's cover 2, recognizes that there might be a corner out there, sees this guy jump in that particular situation, jumps to the flat, so he knows if I'm going to throw this corner, I've got to beat the cornerback with this throw. Look at the timing, and look at this throw. I mean, that is beautiful. It doesn't get any better than that. In between all of those defenders, throws it on time, recognizes that he's got color outside of him, that he's got to beat that with the throw. That is a money throw on the second level, so don't sit back and say Tua can't do it. Tua can do it. He's just got to be more aggressive like this, right? So many times last year, he saw something like this. He's holding the football. He's trying to find a check down. He's afraid to make that throw. Well, not all the time. He made a couple of these throws, and it gives us some excitement to go, hey, he can do this. He just needs to trust himself, trust his arm, trust his eyes more often, and make more of these throws for the Dolphins. Okay, so here's another look at it. So here's the flip side, and this is what we saw too much of last year, is that I want him to be aggressive all the time. Like those last 2 throws, see it, throw it. Okay, so now here, we got pretty much the same look. We've got the flat, we've got the corner, we've got the go route. Once again, the hook or flat defender jumps the flat like they did the last time. Last time, he stuck it on the corner. Okay, what's making him in this situation get the ball out so quickly? He didn't even hitch to allow it the time to play out. And this is what a lot of people saw when they talked about game management. Man, he's just trying to get completions instead of waiting and making one of those big second level throws like we just saw, right? Throw this thing out here, like a little better route, a little flatter route to keep him away from this safety. But get out here. I think he's slowing it down because he feels this corner out here. But keep running your route. As a quarterback, you see that jump, take a hitch, lay this thing to the outside and make that same kind of throw that you made last time. We throw the check down here. Granted, gets close to the first down because we only needed to get a couple on that. But I'd rather see him be aggressive in these situations. Second down, put some fear in the defense by making some of those second level throws that we know that you can make, that we've seen you make, and don't just settle for the little check downs. Little play action, all right? In this play action, similar concept. We're going to have a flat, we're going to have a corner, and then our top guy is going to run a deeper corner, okay? So read on this one, we usually start these reads top down. So we are looking for whoever the defender is that's playing that deep area over there, and they're here just because the corner falls off, we're looking at him, okay? If he settles or this deep corner gets over the top of him, we want to look to rip that deep throw right there. We jump flat. We sit here and wait for the corner. He's got plenty of time in the pocket, and he's throwing this as this cornerback is turning. Instead of settling in here, hitching up, and look, we got the safety turn to the inside. We've got our deep corner over here. We've got our shot right there. You got to let that thing go based on your read to this side. He's trying to jam it into the second level. And really good throw up over the top, and he kind of splits these two defenders. But you see, the read tells you, reading it top down. Okay? Read this outside guy. He settles. Be ready to hitch. Be patient. Patience. Got to work on your patience here. I know you like to get things out quickly, and that was an advantage for you in the quick game. In the deeper game, it becomes a liability because you're so worried about getting the ball out that you don't make the reads and you miss these big game-changing throws that your team needs to be able to advance, find yourself in the playoffs. Okay, another one here. You go route, over, and then we're going to sneak our guys out here at some point if they're not blocking, but should be a pure progression read once again. To this side and then to the over. We saw that a little bit earlier. Eyes there. Know what you're doing. Plenty of time. Okay? Plenty of time. Standing in the pocket. You look right here. We got it right there. You got to understand what you're seeing, what the progression is, what's going to come open from the defense. You've got that deep crosser that's coming that's wide open there. And instead, we end up taking a safety when there's really nothing that tells him to go back to this side. That is a late read and one that very few guys get to. But on this play, it's kind of a three-level deal right here. So the primary is all over to this side. Eyes need to be over here. Process things, see it, don't get impatient in the pocket and start dancing around and moving around. Eyes down the field, and we've got another chunk throw right there. All right, we talked about it. Good on the move, right? He does a good job of throwing on the run. But doesn't matter what play we have. Yes, there are a lot of plays that are designed to go to the quick guy. Nakeds are always designed to go to the quick guy first, the flat first. But we always tell quarterbacks, if you get outside of everybody, so if everybody bites for the run fake and you're able to get outside, go ahead and take a second to look down the field. Sometimes we've got a deep post on the backside. And with all this movement here, sometimes a free safety will come running over here and we'll have a shot backside. But we don't tell our quarterbacks to look at that unless they get clean outside the pocket and they have space. Now you can take a deep breath, and you don't have to get it to your flat right now. You can, but you don't have to. Get out here, be patient a little bit. You can get back to this flat late because you've got time, or you can even run because you're outside the defense. But take a look at these second level throws. Tua does a nice job. Gets out here. Don't get impatient. You're outside the entire defense. Okay, you're outside the hash. Everybody is inside the hash. Yes, there's some space here, but I would love to see Tua go, let me just peek and see if I can get the chunk throw right here. Look at all this space he has on the corner route, one-on-one. Love to see him come out, stay aggressive, look deep, drop it down late, as long as he's not feeling that pressure. Feels the pressure, no doubt. You take your flat right away, you get a positive play. That's what we're trying to do here. But aggressiveness, aggressiveness, aggressiveness. If there was one knock on Tua last year, as you watch the film and you go through everything, it's too often he was willing to settle for the short throw instead of realizing the big play is what's going to be the difference maker for my team. I got a really good defense. Now I've got to make some game-changing plays if we're going to advance and get to the playoffs. Didn't make enough of them last year, but saw a lot of good plays. We saw the ability to make those chunk throws. This coming up year, in his second year, I need to see Tua be more aggressive if he's going to reach his full potential.